said, let's get started. This is my image, and this is what you could click on it, and this is the image we are going to use for today's publication, writing text on image, how we can insert image and also write text on image. That's what we'll be looking at today. So as you can see, this is the image I'll be using. I'll be leaving the link in the description where you guys can go download it and try your hands on it. So basically that is just that. So that's the resource I'll be using. So without wasting my time, I'd like you to just go straight and then load your publisher. I'll click on the start button and I'll see here we have Microsoft Publisher 2010. And if you don't know how to get a Microsoft Office 2010, I'll leave in the link in the description, or you can just click here, okay, and then watch that video and see how you can download that and install that on your PC. So I'll just open my Publisher 2010 and I'll select blank, okay, blank A4. That's what I just want to use. So I just double click on it, blank, and then it opens. So as it opens, now I like to resize this A4 sheet. Okay, so to resize this A4 sheet, I'd like you to just go straight, click on the page design tab. When you click on the page design tab, look through the page design ribbon under the page setup logical group. Click on the tasked arrow beside the page setup logical group. A dialog box will display on the screen. Now when the dialog box display on the screen, now you can see here we have the sizes. So the sizes are here. You can choose to select any size. You can select a custom size if you want to. You can select any size that you want, centimeters. But hey, in Publisher, the units are not in feet. The units are always in centimeters and also inches and millimeters. It depends on what you are doing and what you want to do. So here, as I just said, I just want everything should be in just one page, okay. Then I'll go ahead, the width, I'm going to change the width to 15 centimeters square. So 15 centimeters, so 15 centimeters, 15 centimeters. Now if you're using inches, it can be 15 inches, 15 inches, depending on what you want to do. So I just go ahead and click on OK, and then I have my square. So I'm designing this for my WhatsApp status. So after you are done, what I'd like you to do is I just click on Insert. Look through the insert ribbon under the illustrations logical group. Click on image. Then I'd like you to go ahead and select your image. Now the image is on my desktop, so I click on my desktop where I have image. So this is it. I'll select it, click on insert, and this is it. Now the most interesting thing about Publisher is that when you kind of like open your image wide to fill in the entire page, Publisher will make sure that when you save it as JPEG, it's going to cut the edges, okay. So don't be alarmed. I'm going to teach you how that is being done. So for me to get the exact thing, I'll go ahead and click on Insert again. Look through the Insert ribbon under the illustration logical group. Click on Shape and select my rectangle. Then I'll go ahead and draw my rectangle over my page this way nicely. Remember, there is 15 by 15 centimeters. So I'll select here and make here 15. So this very side where we have, look through the format ribbon under the size logical group, change the height to 15. Come to the width also, let the width also be 15, okay, nicely. So at the end of the day, everything is nice. So 15 by 15, the whole thing is 15 by 15, which cover the entire page for you. Then after that, what I'll do is again that I'll select this and then bring it to this side, okay. Now I want the image to work this way. This is how I want the image to work. I want to pick some sections of the image, so I'll expand this so you can see. I want to watch very carefully. This is my page, okay. The rectangle here is guiding me so far the image is concerned. So I'll just carry it up a little bit so that I have this. So this is what I have. So you can see that there's a faint line here that is guiding me where my image is. So I want something like this. If I want it to go up a little bit, I'll let it go up a little bit. So here, so I'll select this, let it go up a little bit. Okay, so I think it's okay. I can adjust it to the side. Okay, you can carry it and move it this. So I think this is okay now. So now here I'm going to crop it to fit the edges of the page. So what I'll do is I click on Format, look through the Format ribbon under the Crop logical group. Now click on Crop, and after that I'll see the thick line, the dark line here, bring the mouse pointer to it and then drag it closer to this page here, so which means that I want this side. Okay, now you can choose to leave it as it is like this, okay, and publisher may do the magic, but let me show you. If you don't want to leave it as it is, you can just still bring the mouse pointer to just crop the entire pages. You can go up like this. Let me show you before I undo that, and bring it closer to the side to crop the edges one after the other. Okay, bring this also, crop it to this side one after the other, and bring it to the side, crop it one after the other like this. So you can do this. Then when you finish, you can just click on crop and the whole stuff will be cropped to fit the page. But I don't want to do that, but I want to just leave the image, widen open, because I want to show you that publisher can just take that section off for you, so that this it will just focus on the page content. I sure I get it. So when you're designing, you don't have to worry about if your image has exceeded the page window. Just leave it as it is. So let me just quick undo it. So I just undo it. So this is what I have here. So done. So after I'm done, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm just going to go ahead, click on the insert tab, look through the insert ribbon. Under the illustration logical group, I'll click so my shape, look through the shape drop down list and select my rectangle. Then I'll draw my rectangle nicely here. Okay, then I'll shift it to one side, make sure it's at the middle. Now the rectangle I just drew, let me just open it a little bit to the side. Let me open this one too a little bit to the side. So that's it. So I'll go ahead and then fill with color black. So I'll look through the format ribbon. Under the shape style logical group, you see where we have shape fill. Select that and click on black color. Come to the shape outline, select no outline. Beautiful. We are good to go. Now again, I want my text to be transparent. Okay, sorry, I want my shape, the fill with color should be transparent, where I can see the image through, as we demonstrate to you with what we want to design. So to do that, you also to just go ahead, click on shape fill, and then come to where we have more fill color, and you see down here where we have transparency. Come to this side, change the transparency to 50%. So just type 50 and click on OK. You see that it is transparent. Okay, so depending on how you want to do it, you can just click on you can increase it to more 45. So let me do it just more again. Let me make it just 52. Okay, and click on OK. So that's 52. So basically that is just now my shape. For instance, the height of my shape is 1.05 and then the width is 11.63 centimeters in which way. So you do just that. Now after that, I'm going to convert this shape to text box. So to do that, as my shape is selected, look through the format ribbon. Under the insert shape logical group, click on edit text. So you can see that cursor is blinking inside the shape. So therefore, this is what I have for my work. As you can see here, this is what I have for my work, and that is what I'm going to use. So the first is that don't miss out on our free graphic design. So I'll highlight on this, copy it, come to my publisher, so in the text, and I'll paste that. So you can see it says yes. When I highlight on it, it says, then I'll change the font color now to white. So what I will do is that I'll just click on you see the text box display its own tools. When you draw your text box, the text box tool automatically displays. So I'll click on format. So when I click on format, you look through the text box to format. Under the font logical group, click on where we have font color and select color white. Nicely. Change the font to Arial. Okay, so press enter. Then increase the font size to, let's say Let me increase it a little bit. Let's say, so let me open here a little bit. Okay, you see that this is telling me that it's not, so I need to open my resize box a little bit. So this is quite okay. So what I did was that now I resize my shape. Okay, the height is 1.05 and the width is 12.02. Then my font size is now 18. Okay, so basically that is just that. Now I'll go ahead, click on this, then I'll click on the home tab, look through the home ribbon, under the clipboard logical group, click on copy, and I'll click on paste. So I'll come and click on the resize box here and bring it down here closer a little bit. So just a little bit down, a little bit, it's okay. So here, so this is what I have now. Now you can see that I said don't miss out on our free graphic design. So I want to bring course where I have here. So don't miss out our free graphic design course certification program at Armstrong. So I'll highlight on this one, copy that, bring it to the side, and I'll paste it there nicely. So this is quite okay. So let's move on. So after that has been done, go ahead and click on insert, look to the insert ribbon, under the illustration logical group, click on what we have, shape, and then I like you to select a rectangle again. Now come and draw a rectangle. This one should be a little bit bigger. Okay, kind of something like this is okay. And then go ahead, go to shape fill and fill with color black. Then you can let it go up a little bit. This okay, quite okay. Then you go again, go to the shape fill again, select what we have, more fill with color, change the transparency to 50 and click on OK. Go to shape outline, no outline. We are good to go. So here, because it's a course, it's 100% free. Okay, so I'll copy that. Now the funny thing is that I'm not going to use a text box to type in, but here I'm going to use word art. So I just have to click on insert, look to the insert ribbon, under the text logical group, I'll click on what word art. Then I'll select this very word art. Then I'll just click on paste nicely. So the font is Arial black. It is 36 font size, and it is bold. I'll go ahead and click on OK. So this is it here. Don't be alarmed. Now, as I have inserted my word art that is 100% free, you can see it's having effects over the text. Okay, so just come and click on format, look through the format ribbon, under the arrange logical group, click on wrap text, and then click on none. So when you click on none, for instance, then it will not have effect over the text anymore. This is telling you anytime you insert a shape, an object in your publication, make sure you go to wrap text and select none, so that the text or whatever the object you've inserted will not have effect over the text. Okay, so basically that is just that. So I'll select this, bring it closer, resize it a little bit here, and I'll open it a little bit there, and I'll just make sure it is here like this. It depends on what you want to do, so I'll just do it this way. I think this is okay. Bring it down a little bit, shift it to the side, down a little bit. So come think of it now, what I just did now, this is telling you that when I click on format, the height is 1.38 and then the width is 9.46. so you can just do that. Then I'll go to shadow. So the shadow, just look to the format ribbon, under the shadow effects logical group, click on shadow and select no shadow. I don't want shadow. Okay, go to shape outline here and select no outline. Then you go ahead, you make it so lovely, go to shape fill, and I like you to select white again, so that will be standing, to be outstanding nicely. So select your don't miss out on our free graphic design course, highlight on that, make sure you center it, do the same thing to this side, make sure you center this also, and voila. So after I'm done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off this rectangle that I just used to surround my page for me to know the edges of my page. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how you can use the ruler to adjust the images. So I'll click here. So when I click on this side, it will select, how do you call it, the rectangle I draw over this design, and I'll just go delete. So after deleting it, now let's save it as JPEG to see the final appearance of our work. Okay, so to do that, you also to just go click on File, click on Save As, and I'm going to call it 100% free. So I'll select the location, that is, I'll select maybe my desktop, and I'll select this folder because I'm creating this folder. Okay, let me select my desktop. Let me just put it on my desktop. So I'm going to call it 100 percent free. Then I'll come to Save As Type here. Save As Type. Click on the tasklet arrow beside Save As Type. When I click on the tasklet arrow beside Save As Type, a drop down will display. Look through the drop down. What we have, JPEG file here, format. So click on it. So after clicking on it, just click on Save, and voila, it is created. Let's look at it. So I'll save my publisher file. Click on File, Save As, and I'm going to save my publisher file in my document. Okay, maybe on the desktop again, so you see what I'm talking about. On the desktop again, I'm going to call it 100% free. Then I'll click on Save. Done. So this is, I've saved my publisher file. So when I minimize it here and minimize this and come to my desktop, this is what we did. When I double click on it, let's see what happens. Voila, this is our design. How cool is that? I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Now, as I just said, this is just a recap, and come to, not a recap, but this is just a step-by-step guide. We're going to teach you how you can create a whole publication using Publisher. Okay, that is all for today.